Now, when it comes to creating that value, that's where it's important to understand the people that you're teaching. So if it's kids classes, because that's what I'm here to talk about, then it's important to understand the children, but it's also important to understand the parents behind the children. The number one person in the room that you're educating isn't the child, it's the parent. Because it's the parent that makes the decisions. It's also the parent, if you can get them on board with the way in which you teach, and this is what we call our culture, so this is what we do, this is how we do it, you're either in on that culture or you're not. And the only way that the parent can come into your culture is if they understand why you do what you do and what it is that you do. And so yes, the child is there for their lesson. As far as they're concerned, they're learning martial arts. It's amazing. I get to punch and kick. I get to be a ninja. It's awesome. But you're also educating the parents, because it's the parents that need to understand that we are building them in terms of their social interactions, their emotional intelligence, their physical ability, and everything else that goes around that. Now, you try and explain that to a 4-year-old, forget it. You try and explain that to a 12-year-old, it's going to take a little bit longer. So it's the parents in class that you're also educating, not just the kids. And as a result, you'll build a massive community. So that kind of goes on to, well, how do we educate the parents? Well, step one is actually relatively straightforward. You can do it in 10, 15 minutes, or you can do it in 30 seconds flat. And it's a 30 seconds flat we want to do. So for those of you who were here when we were doing like drills and throwing balls about and trying to punch them and all the kicks and running around and hoops and all that jazz, for the kids, that's playtime. They're learning martial arts in a fun and engaging way. But for the parents, they might look at that. And we've had it before in the past where I wasn't too clear. A parent will sit at the back, because we allow parents to sit. Some organizations don't, that's fine, it's entirely up to you. But the parents will sit at the back and go, I am paying for my kid to come here and play with hoops and kick stuff. What on earth am I doing? So, every single drill that isn't abundantly clear what we're doing, we will explain in 15 to 30 seconds why we're doing that drill. So let me take an example, and I know that some of you weren't here, by the way, lovely to see the new ones.